Good morning, folks. This is Darth Rabbit07 coming to you today with another quick review. This time brought to you by Asheville Comics. Went in there, got a hold of this guy. It's in the bag. Got a hold of this Sergeant Slaughter, and I really do want to thank them again for getting us in and let me get it to where I can review it here. It's Thanksgiving break, and found it last week before Thanksgiving, and have not been disappointed so far. This is everything that it comes with on the back of the box, and I'm not super duper crazy with the boxless style, but this looks really good. He is a premium figure because he comes with all these outstanding accessories I wish that the other ones would come with in the future. Let's take a closer look and see how cool it is. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, help the channel continue to grow. Thank you to all the subscribers so far, and let's get them out of the box. So what all comes inside of that box? You get Sergeant Slaughter with Sansa's glasses and a weapons cache box. We're going to focus on this part first here, as after it all falls down and I get it back up again. I just want to focus on how I feel like this should be the way moving forward, that the weapons and accessories should be stored across this line and the Marvel's Legends lines. This is just really nice. So you got this blue foot locker here, and Sarge is all strapped in. Sansa's glasses. So there's a look at that awesome face sculpt right out of the box, showing him without the glasses. I don't really recall watching him, even I didn't watch him much wrestling, so I didn't see this younger face that much, but I really do like the way this looked. Props once again to the team for doing this so much nicer and neater. You get some paper, has some of the accessories that comes with it in this deluxe package. You have his baton and his whistle on a cardboard to keep it nice. You got his glasses inside of this other piece of cardboard, so make sure not to throw this stuff away. I'm sorry. Here, let's take a closer look. Boom, there it is. Sorry about that. And let's see, also down inside of there, just to show you how to go down inside of the box. But boom, that's a nice way to do it in a foot locker. And it looks like this is his machine gun here. So boom, we're gonna get this out of that and get this put up. And I've got to say, the actual bag is a nicer way to go. So I like to see the tissue paper stop and actual bags be used. And here is Sergeant Slaughter Sans accessories with all of the accessories he comes with. I just want to go through this pretty quick here. Here's the proverbial stake in every collector's heart. This is how the carded figures used to look inside their plastic bubble. So we get a collectible Sergeant Slaughter that you can take out of this package here. Very nicely done package. A very nicely painted piece that was not expecting to see, especially with the plastic free packaging coming with its own little carded plastic prison to keep this keepsake forever on card for the Sarge, and its back, so you can see it slip in and out, so that Sarge can, show you an era totally gone that Hasbro's going through and getting greener practices, but we at least got a smaller Sergeant Slaughter being held by the man with his grippy hands there. Nobody's taking away my package. And Sarge also comes with one whistle, nicely painted in order to get the Joe's whipped back into shape, because they got a little soft there to begin season 2, episode 1, Rise to Printor Rise. For getting these Joes back into shape, I'm your man. And no Sarge would be complete without his signature glasses. Going to get those on his head. In order to get these Joes in the fighting shape, he also has this hat right here his signature hat, done in a nice plastic that will lock onto that head. And that look is coming along very nicely. Sarge comes with this machine gun, and it has a couple of other accessories that will add on. Firstly, the clip will fit in, completing that real world machine gun look that looks so very nicely. And to complete the machine gun off, he comes with this laser sight here. Everything, that accessory that comes here with the machine gun is key to where it fits on properly, so you get the look and whatnot. And if you got the Viper 3-pack, his machine gun is now blaster fire compatible, which is a really big plus to help show Sarge taking the fight to the snakes. That just looks awesome there. Which leads to the last one of Sarge's other accessories is this baton, nicely painted. Got the gold and the black and on the brown plastic, and we can get that outfit into his hand now. Showing the Sarge off and getting the Joes back into shape. For they were being really soft in the, like I said, the first 2 episodes of Roz Serpentor Roz that I watched last night. Actually, whoops, it was just the first episode showing how soft they got, complacent and whatnot, which is going to lead into my next quick review. A lot of folks are jumping the gun because Serpentor got shipped. Dr. Mindbender will be coming up next, and it's fitting that they all got released together, because these guys played a major part in the opening of season 2 and showing, you know, how things were needing to be changed and whatnot. And he was just there to get the Joes back into shape. So, like, and you've been seeing me throughout the video going through and doing the different accessories there. That's the way he comes packaged with the fist there. These wrestling action grip hands that you can use to hold the collectible that he came with. And from the continuous support Sergeant Slaughter, you got to have pointy fingers to point at the Joes and get those guys back into shape. Leads me to continue into how awesome this package totally is. I like that we get a much younger version. For those of us that collected Valiverse, got the older version. So now this is like the icing on the cake to having everything from the 80s with him younger, and showing Sergeant Slaughter across the test of time, and how really awesome this figure really is. Let's get this guy de-accessorized from his current state and show you off his articulation. And this again is how the good Sergeant comes out of the box, with the fisticuffs ready to get thrown down on some cobras. But before I do that, I just wanted to do a 360 view of all that nice sculpt, paint, and what have you that went into this figure and giving it such a premium feel. Here we go with some articulation. Now we got Sarge in hand. We've got all the way around, if you desire to, there with a very nicely painted head sculpt that looks just superb. You can look up that far, looking like that. Can look down that far. It's like somebody took his Cheerios away from him. He has the butterfly there on that joint there. He can go all the way around at the shoulder there. Not sure what's going on upstairs. Good old Sarge can ab crunch this far over. Really impressive with that waist joint there. He can go back that far, give you some of that action there. He is just beautifully done. We got pins, which doesn't make any sense when we get down to the legs. He's got pin double elbows that go there. All the wrist articulation in one world, and removable accessory fist, which should be a standard, gold standard from here on with these figures. He's got the wobble there, the waist. You can get all that at the waist there as well. And nicely painted belt and whatnot, and section there. Really do like how top notch this really is. He's got some drop down that you can get the full Van damage if you desire. That just looks painful. Sorry about that, Sarge. I don't know what you maggots are doing. We're going to get you into shape. Anyway, I just watched that episode and just love it. There's the upper thigh swivel. Here's where I was talking about with the legs. The legs are pinless, but then the elbows have pins. I don't know what that's all about, but get that much range there. You've got upper boot swivel and up and down right there, and the rockers on the feet. So you can get some pretty dynamic poses with this guy. And I'm going to try to get one of the other more classic looks for him here in just a moment, once we get him back on the table. Here's Sergeant Slaughter showing off a punching pose, looking Joe tough as ever. Really do love the way that looks there. Gosh, This guy is amazing. Showing off how tough he is manhandling bats on the turntable. That is just so cool, man. Just all the grippy hands and options makes me wish that we had more options for the other figures as well. Watching that Rise Serpentor Rise Part 1 had a lot of everything that's been released here lately finally getting to square off on people's turntables, on different reviewers' desk, and letting our imaginations run absolutely wild. I never did own the original Sergeant Slaughter, so this is ever so bittersweet being able to have these and have them square off in 6-inch figures and having these action poses and what have you. I absolutely love the Sergeant Slaughter, and I can't wait to get him up against the next two reviews there, my G.I. Joe Classified, going into Dr. Mindbender first, then Serpentor, and my wife took my Serpentor and put it up, so I don't have it readily available to review until Christmas, so that will be a little bit down the road there with Serpentor, but needless to say, it'll be there because it's all intricate. If you saw Rise of Serpentor Season 2, Episode 1 through 4, then you see how that comes to be. Let's get this guy into one more pose and some final thoughts. Some final thoughts on this Sergeant Slaughter. I am so glad I found this. Like I said again at Asheville Comics the other day, it's a long sought after, long awaited addition to the classified line. While the box may not be like the old boxes, they did put a lot of love into this package, adding all these accessories. His rifle, I wish there was a way to store that on the figure because all the Joes so far have it, but it makes sense why they decided to go with it the way they did. And having all those extra accessories do certainly help drive in this point. Really do think that future releases should have this, especially if it's a deluxe. It should have all the fist and whatnot. I'm going to try to do something a little creative when it comes to Serpentor a little bit later, because he only comes with one option of hands or whatever, and just really do love this guy. Can't wait to get him squared off onto the display with Serpentor, Mindbender, and the rest of them. I'm going to try to get another video showing off my Joes thus far and try to do that Season 2 intro with what I have thus far. And then hopefully Classified will eventually get the rest of the ones lined up across the thing whenever you have the intros or whatnot that you can do your displays stylistically in. Thanks again for watching. I highly recommend this, especially for those of us that grew up and didn't have him. This is a swan song of a figure, and just wow, I'm so glad to have this in the collection. Now if we could get his little vehicle, he went scurrying across the desert and coming into battle with the battle androids that first time, troopers, the bats, that would be even more icing on the cake. Maybe they'll have another exclusive or whatnot that have that vehicle, since it is like a little mini tank that he rides around in. That would just, complement the air chariot and that kind of thing, where we get some vehicle action here. Hopefully some trouble bubbles will be coming for this, and I know we got his tank that just got through getting its technician figure decided upon. On any of those options I was good with. I wanted to see it in black, but we get the black and the red, it looks like, and waiting that eagerly alongside of the Victory Saber coming literally any day. Thanks again for watching. Sorry I got a little long-winded here in the end. Sergeant Slaughter as an absolute must-buy, and if you're collecting the classified line, you got to have it. Thanks again for watching. Till next time, guys. Have a happy day, safe week. Till all are one. Thank you again. Yo, Joe.